The final week of the regular season treated us to some heated games and championship bouts.
Plus teams playing for league titles here in Week 11.
Big games and unbelievable outcomes, Brandon.
Man.
This Halloween edition of 23 Friday Night Live starts right now.
You're watching Friday Night Live, brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Together, we have something special.
The crowd was alive and well there at Bakersfield for a big game tonight, but let's explain. We're wearing our favorite teams, shall we say?
Yeah, I don't have any football jerseys, and this was fitting, so I apologize for being in a mild panic.
Yeah, I know. We still have Dodgers on the air, but hey, football matters too. So welcome into Friday Night Live. I'm Carrie Yosef alongside Brandon Johansson for Week 11 of Friday Night Football. It's fun to come to the last week and see how these league titles shake out.
Yeah, it's a good time, and no better game for that than Liberty at Bakersfield, two undefeated teams in league play.
It was the biggest game of the night with the top two teams in the county playing to stand atop the Southwest Yosemite League. Our game of the week goes to Liberty at Bakersfield. Talent on both sides of the ball for these two teams, and you know for Liberty, Sam Stewart Jr. is going to be getting the ball in his hands tonight. This would be a tale of turnovers and penalties, not what coaches want. But first, Stewart was moving the ball in the first half, breaking free and getting into driller territory. And a few plays later after this big old run, he is going to leap over the crowd in for the first score of the game, and it remains 7-0 after the first half. But penalties, a Liberty touchdown was called back earlier, and this 50-yard BHS touchdown would be called back for holding. This game was a straight defensive battle because of all those. Jake O'Connell with an interception here off of Cameron Williams. Liberty had two in the game. BHS's D-line was sack hungry, but here in the second half, Keontae Bell follows up a Liberty turnover with this fumble recovery. But Liberty's defense would hold up, and let's bring in that senior back, Stewart. He's going to muster up the energy in a physical game to run the clock down with the final drive, and his legs were enough. Liberty holds on to win this one in the Southwest Yosemite League title, 7-0, all thanks to this dude.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's fun to watch.
No doubt about it. And especially in this game that was back and forth, I mean, he played his heart out.
Absolutely.
And the race for the Southeast Yosemite League title is a tight one, too, with East in the lead heading into tonight, and South and Highland and North all within one game.
That's right. Highland would have the chance to even things up with East. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, South and North both needed a win to keep pace. It's the battle of the sword. That sword sitting on the Rebel side of the stadium after their win last year. But it's North who would strike first in this one. Chris Romero gets the carry, takes it up the gut to put the Stars up by 7 early. Romero was a terror on the field today. Still in the first, watch this. He spins out of trouble here, puts a nice little stiff arm, and he's going to take this one all the way down into the red zone, but he is going to get brought down just past the 10-yard line. But he's just setting himself, big play. He's just setting himself up, though, because watch this. He goes to his right here, and he's going to carry it in. He's going to lose the ball, but he broke the line, so we'll count it. That's a touchdown run for Romero. That puts the Stars up 14-0. South would get on the board here with a field goal, and then here, actually, they would bring this game closer with Joseph Jones finding the end zone to make it a 4-point game. But that is where the score would stay. North's defense holds strong. The Stars win 14-10.
While North and South battled for the second spot, East needed a win against Highland to go undefeated in league play. The Blades were first on the board, but the Scots countered with a 2-yard touchdown by quarterback Nick Salas. It's all tied up at 7 in the first quarter, and the Blades with the ball now. Quarterback Richard Lara throws it deep, but this ball is going to be intercepted by Highland's Louis Salas. But the score still at 7 at the half. A lot of low-scoring games tonight. The third quarter, the Scots with another 2-yard touchdown by Zach Green. It's 13-7 Scots. Blades ball, though. Lara throws it. It's intercepted yet again. Nathan Jackson this time is able to take this one to the house. Highland goes on to beat East 25-20.
It's a big game there. Defense is coming to play. Back to the Southwest Yosemite League. Stockdale hosting Garces. There it is, the Black Bull. They are always very good at what they do. Earlier in the second quarter, Garces quarterback Joseph Gamble hands it off to running back Nick Tobias. Tobias takes it in for the touchdown there, even though it looks like they're trying to stop him. Band trying to get everybody pumped up. 7-0 Garces. A little later in the second, Stockdale will strike back. Quarterback Evan Burkhart throws a rocket to Jeremiah Gradowitz. Nice throw there by Burkhart. Gradowitz has room to run for an 88-yard touchdown. Takes that one all the way there, just jumps across there for good measure. Ties things up at 7. The Mustang band, look at that, speeding things up as well for the halftime show. That's cool. Then in the third quarter, Burkhart keeps it himself. He finds a window, making the score 14-7 Stockdale. they hold on to win. Again, defense big tonight. They win 21-14.
No doubt about it. And then the South Yosemite League, Bakersfield Christian is 4-0 heading into this final regular season game. Only the Bulldogs stand in their way for the title. Eagles' Alex Wallace III takes this kickoff and brings it back for a touchdown. Big play by the dude there in special teams. They miss the extra point, making it 6-0. Eagles quarterback Jacob Moran hands off to Dante Harris for the second touchdown. Moran would later throw a long pass, this time to Myron Randall. This play here would bring the Eagles lead to 26-0, and we're going to bring Harris back in the game for good measure too. He rushes for another score, and then look, the little hook and ladder play here. Well, that's going to be a little bit later, but that was a good play, and this would finish with Bakersfield Christian winning 48-0. And the Bulldogs, although they would have lost that game, we still had a lot of good energy and fandemonium from the team.
That's what's important. Allison takes us back to Golden Valley for fandemonium.
This week's edition of Fandemonium brings us out to Golden Valley High School, where it is the last game of the regular season, senior night here at Golden Valley, as well as everyone is dressing up in pink to support breast cancer awareness, just like the cheerleaders.
Gotta love those Bulldogs.
Absolutely, no matter what. Tough season for them, but
yes,
a lot of cheer out there.
Yeah, well, you guys get it next year. We'll be with you. And still more titles to shake out in final league standings to come. After the break, find out how the rest of the South Yosemite League shakes out after when 2 and 3 teams meet up, and we'll check out the South Sequoia League and the undefeated Shafter Generals after the break. Thank you for that. And we are coming back into the Live Center here. And so I'm wearing this jersey. It's an Arizona State jersey, as many people probably know. I graduated from there, and I'm representing good old Pat Tillman. So speaking of Pat Tillman, he was a veteran, someone we honor. And a cool thing tonight from the Centennial Golden Hawks, they had a salute to service night. So we're going to take a look at some of their pictures that we have. So here was what they had on their field, a pretty cool look there. And then before the game, they had some veterans, and they were able to serve them some meals before they got the game kicked off. So here's some of those pictures. A cool look, veterans from all the military branches, so pretty special. And we just want to say thank you to all of our military members, former and present, for all that you do. But before the break, we talked about BCHS, but rounding out the South Yosemite League is Ridgeview and Independence. We're going to take a look at those highlights. These two teams are battling for the second spot behind the Eagles in the South Yosemite League. Falcon ball at the 40, but the pass would be intercepted by Taj Wright. We've had a lot of interceptions tonight, and this one is a pick 6 for Wright. 21-0 at the end of the first, but later in the second, Falcon ball again, Sergio Borelli. He's going to pass to Zarek Williams, who is escorted into the end zone by the defense there for the first score of the game for them. It's 27-7, but Falcon ball late in the second. This time though, intercepted yet again by Sean Allen, who would go the distance. Another pick 6, 41-7 after that play there. Ridgeview goes on to beat Independence 48-14 to take the second slot in the league.
Heading now to the South Sequoia League, the Shafter Generals have been perfect through 10 weeks, but the Wasco Tigers were looking to spoil that unbeaten season. A big rivalry game between these two will get things started in the first quarter. That's a pretty cool way to start things off. Shafter with the ball here as they get things going, and Alex Aguilar has been so fun to watch this entire season. Keeps things going here with the QB keeper, takes it in for the touchdown to put Shafter in the lead early. He is having another phenomenal season. Next up, the Generals again in possession of the football. Aguilar, this time he's going to show off his arm passes to Felix Chacon. He takes it all the way to the house. We'll speed it up for you because we got other things to do. That puts Shafter up by 3. And a big win for them. They keep that perfect season. They win 22-17.
Wasco was not making it easy. Good crowd there, but the Generals wrap up the top spot in the South Sequoia League. But Kennedy, who played Shafter last week, the T-Birds were playing for a 4-1 league record. First quarter here, Titans quarterback Cameron Huerta looks again. He passes it, but this one's intercepted. Christian Maldonado will take it all the way for the Kennedy touchdown. Later in the first, Titans again with the ball, faking the handoff, comes around, but is put down by inside linebacker Savio Rios for the sack. Kennedy would roll on in this one past Chavez 44-14 for that second spot behind Shafter. And we got a lot of things to talk about as we come up. Of course, top 3 on 23, but we got those standings to look at.
Gotta go through the standings.
So we will have that all for you when you come back after the break. great energy there at Wasco. We're going to take a look at some of those standings, how they all shaked out after tonight. Liberty takes the Southwest Yosemite League title, going undefeated in league after that tough 7-0 win over BHS. And then over in the South Yosemite League, BCHS wins the title with a 5-0 record in the league. Ridgeview right behind with only 1 loss.
Now to the chaotic Southeast Yosemite League. With Highlands win over East, the Stars and Blades now have a share of that, just the Blade. Yeah, Stars and Blades. Sorry, they share that title. That's what it is. Two-way tie. And then in the South Sequoia League, Shafter stays undefeated on the season, and they take that league title 6-0 in conference.
The Generals trying to make some history this year, but now it's time for the top 3 on 23. Of course, the best plays of the night.
It's sad. We're already in the final week before playoffs.
I know, but we're excited about playoffs, though. But we'll take a look at those best plays, starting with play number 3. This one is going to be Kennedy Thunderbirds quarterback Jose Cota with a fake handoff. He'll come around and cover about 60 yards for the touchdown. That was a big play there for the T-Bird.
Nice quarterback keeper. Number 2, maybe Independence. Falcon ball at the 40. But the pass here, and this is a common theme, it seems like whenever Ridgeview's playing. Watch here. Here comes Dodge Wright. Jumps up into the frame, takes that. He's going to take that all the way back for the score.
And then for the top play of the night, it's going to Highland. The Scots' Nathan Jackson, he's going to come up with pick 6 over the East Blades. Highland would go on to beat East 25-20. Big night for Highland.
That was great concentration. Tips that and then grabs it, takes it in himself.
Looking good, almost as good as we look and our favorite teams. How about it?
It's a Halloween
How those Dodgers doing, though?
They're tied in the 15th. So
yeah, well, we'll get there. Maybe Brandon, you'll be up back next, right?
Yes. At this point, they need anything they can get.
All right, that'll do it for us here on Friday Night Live. See you next week, everybody.